The following material is under copyright 2020 by New Patients Incorporated. All rights reserved. Unauthorized reproduction is a violation of applicable laws. 6 steps to dental marketing quality, consistency, and longevity. A top-down, all-inclusive, step-by-step implementation plan. From your friends at New Patients Incorporated. Warning: the following text may be completely counterintuitive to many of your current beliefs. You're going to have to give up on your intuition and a couple current beliefs to get to a quality and consistent marketing outcome. Step number 1. Look around at your colleagues. Every dentist knows 1, 10, or more other dentists who are seemingly happy, content, and relatively stress-free with the outcome of their practice promotion. You probably know some fee-for-service dentists or dentists who only participate with one insurance plan. You probably know a few dozen dentists who just keep growing their practice regardless of recessions, corporate dentistry, or the impact of insurance plans. You know these dentists, so you know the desired outcome can be yours. Step 1 is to believe it is not only possible, but completely within your control. What do we mean when we say it works when compared to how all other dental direct mail is done? First, it produces at least a first-year 2.5 to 1 ROI in over 95.4% of U.S. markets. Next, lower opportunity costs to the practice, which means you'll kiss fewer frogs at the initial treatment plan consult. The next thing it does is it lowers long-term administrative costs. Better long-term retention. Also, much better exponential ROI build over the first 6 years in the practice, 11 times greater than anything else. It works fabulously for niche service promotion, like implants, sleep apnea, cosmetics, dentures, etc. What are the ingredients in doing it properly? Well, this is a very logical question. First of all, you can target properly. Don't waste 1 cent on delivering to the wrong recipients. Don't use a postcard. Everyone else does. Be different. Be better. Get the messaging right. Your call to action should be your services, amenities, technologies, conveniences, and public relations assets, not $29 exam special. Expectations. Expect a relatively low volume of really good quality new patients each month. If you don't expect 50 each month, you won't be disappointed. Let's take a look at why direct mail continues to outperform other flashier types of media. We'll also show you the secrets to creating a successful direct mail marketing campaign from the ground up. We'll cover everything from images to layout to written content so that you can create a direct mail piece that should elicit maximum response. But first, let's explore expectations a little bit deeper. When you look at the response rates for direct mail, you might wonder whether anyone who uses it has any sense at all. And when you find out that a good response rate is 1% or even much less, you would be justified in asking why anyone would waste their money on direct mail. How can any reputable marketing firm stand there and tell their clients to invest in something that yields such a meager response? Allow us to explain how a low response rate can produce a good to great initial return and the best long-term exponential return of all media types available to dentists, online or offline. The reason is simple. You only need between 1/4 and 1% of people to read your mailer to earn back the cost of your entire ad campaign. That means if only a small percentage of the people who receive your mailer actually pick up the phone and call you, and if an even smaller percentage of them make an appointment and keep it, you're still laughing all the way to the bank. In fact, we advise our clients that with proper targeting of consumers looking for the value of today's dentistry, a return rate of 1/4 to 0.5% is more than sufficient to ensure a successful advertising campaign. If you manage to pull off a full 1% response rate, hey, you're living large. This only works if your revenue per patient is robust. So if you're offering a $29 exam as your primary design element, this will destroy the outcome. So hopefully, your business model focuses on charging fair rates for excellent service and attracting higher quality patient. Step 2. What do they know about marketing a dental practice that you don't know or won't let yourself know? Now we start to break it all down into understandable chunks. There are 2 main categories of promoting a dental practice. First is online or digital marketing, and then offline or traditional marketing. Here are the characteristics of both main media types. Online digital marketing for dentists is almost entirely passive, with a few exceptions. Almost all traditional or offline marketing is aggressive, with few exceptions. What do passive and aggressive mean? Well, a passive media type, online marketing, simply waits for the consumer to search for what they are looking for. Your website or landing page just sits there hoping they select you. An aggressive media type, offline marketing, imposes a message onto the consumer in order to interest or entice them to want something that you offer. So in summary, online marketing is the consumer is shopping for some dental-related service they know they want or need. They may have been just diagnosed. They may be in pain, or they just need a new dentist. Offline marketing is the consumer isn't necessarily shopping for something dental-related. The idea is to gain their interest with the benefits of what you have to offer. Neither of these labels, passive or aggressive, are used negatively. Those labels are used to paint a contrasting picture in your mind, to further your understanding. We do a ton of digital marketing for our client practices. We do tons, literally, of offline promotion for client practices. And for the most part, our clients are the dentists you know who seemingly are very pleased with the consistency and quality of their new patient flow. You are now aware of what they know that you don't know. But what do they do that you aren't doing? Step number 3, understanding what they are doing. If you're like most of the dentists who come to us for marketing insights, you think we're kidding when we recommend a direct mail campaign along with a solid digital campaign. I mean, direct mail? Nobody really does that anymore, do they? It's so old school, and it doesn't even work. Nobody reads that stuff anymore. Boy, does direct mail ever get a bad rap. And honestly, almost all dental direct mail deserves a bad rap. The majority is just a regurgitated blend of the financial offer du jour on a brightly colored postcard delivered to anyone who has a postal truck show up in front of their home every day. Most dental marketing direct mail sucks, we agree. Direct mail done as described above deserves a bad rap. But does direct mail done the right way deserve a bad rap? No, but you might want to keep it your secret. We recommend the way we do direct mail to any dentist looking for a tested, reliable, cost-effective way to build their business while complementing their online digital dental marketing. We've been doing this for a living and have for 30 years. The way we do direct mail works. We cross-reference the results, that's transparency, and clients keep doing it year after year after year. In short, if you do it right, it works and pays off big time. It's not just about the initial return. Keep in mind that a percentage of direct mail respondents who become patients will also end up referring their friends and family. How many referrals you get from the patients you acquire from a direct mail campaign will depend, of course, on the quality of the service and care you provide, but it's almost never zero. Those referred patients will in time refer others, and so on, nearly indefinitely. Once you get that momentum going, you're on your way to a significant increase in your business. Of course, as with any type of marketing, online or offline, it may take more or less time to build this kind of critical mass, depending on factors such as the dentist to population ratio in your area. If that ratio is poor, for example, one dentist for every 600 people, it will take longer and require a higher marketing budget. If that ratio is more favorable, say 1 to 1,600 or higher, your success will come more quickly and at a lower cost. This is just the mathematics power of supply and demand. It applies to everything, even dentistry. The success of your direct mail campaign depends to an even greater extent on the design and concept of the direct mail piece itself. A poorly designed, badly executed direct mailer will not get great results, even if you live in an area with a sensational and impossible 1 to 1 million dentist to population ratio. But a mailer that does a good job of connecting with your target recipients will almost always succeed. Step 4, understanding how they are doing it. Next, we're going to share some of the secrets to designing a high-performing direct mailer, including the images, design, copy, and layout that are tried, tested, and true. Direct mail content. Don't keep it simple. Successful dental direct mail breaks one of marketing's golden rules. Most marketing gurus will tell you to keep your message short and to the point. The theory is that people are inundated with advertising. They're too busy and too overwhelmed to give anything more than a few seconds of their attention, if that. And yes, it's true that a huge percentage of all advertising, whether it's radio, TV, direct mail, email, online banner ads, Facebook ads, and pop-ups, or anything else, is largely ignored. But the idea that all advertising must be brief and the word count must be kept to bare minimum because, quote, people have a short attention span, unquote, is demonstrably false. We've been demonstrating this and achieving remarkable results for our clients for more than 3 decades, largely by violating this so-called rule of design. Now, people do have short attention spans, but only when it comes to things they aren't remotely interested in. However, potential patients' attention span goes up considerably if you can get them to look at and gain their interest in the benefits of today's dentistry. 30 years of experimentation, real-world testing, and data collection has shown us that, within reason, you almost cannot use enough words to describe the benefits of your product or services to that small audience who will pay attention to you. Too many words will only turn off the audience that isn't paying any attention to you anyway. Since they're not interested in anything you have to say, who cares what they want? If someone is entirely uninterested in your product or service, it doesn't matter what you say to them or how many times you say it or whether you use 5 words or 500 words, they will ignore you. However, if what you have to offer may interest them, even slightly, or may interest them in the future, or if you can persuade them to become somewhat interested, then they are going to want to know a lot about it, especially, we have found, when it comes to dentistry. This makes direct mail a unique medium, one that gives you the opportunity to capture someone's attention and keep them reading in a way that billboards and other types of advertising just can't match. 2 things you must share with your direct mail recipients. You don't have to be economical with your words when you write a direct mail piece, but there is a huge caveat. Your words must be the right words. 500 boring words about how great you are won't work, but 500 words that your recipient will find personally interesting and applicable to them, well, now you're on your way to winning over a new patient. The objective is to genuinely connect with that small audience that we can persuade, however briefly, not to ignore us. What we say to that group is supremely important. What does this group really want to know? Mostly just 2 things. 1, what your practice can do for them or their family. 2, why they should get it from you rather than the other 15 dentists near them. If you do a good job of showing them the benefits of proactive dental care And if you can clearly articulate why you are the right dentist to deliver treatment, you can write pages and pages, and they will remain engaged and at some point be ready to take action. How a 30-year-old American newspaper can help you win new patients. Warning: if you are a dentist under 38 years of age, you will likely roll your eyes at the following section. Before you completely dismiss the following as old, reflect on the patient profile you are looking for. Aren't you looking for people who care more about their mouth than a deductible? People with families and perhaps careers? People of means who might be more likely to accept your recommended treatment and stick to your recare regimen? Right, these are not 35-year-olds. The sweet spot for your patient profile starts at 38 years of age and goes up, not down. So just because you think this is old, your perfect patient will not. It will be very familiar to them, even though it feels old to you. Okay, now we can move on. What you write for a direct mail piece is important, but the way you arrange the words on the page is just as critical to the success of your mailer. For insights into the most effective layout for your content, we're going to take a trip back in time. Some of you may remember back in 1982 when the newspaper USA Today first appeared on the scene. Do you remember what was different about it? You might remember their distinctive street vending machines, designed to look like television sets, or their innovative use of color when all the other newspapers were still sticking with good old black and white. USA Today also broke new ground when it came to the way they laid their stories out on the page. Their approach to layout and the psychology behind it holds the key to successful direct mailers. The front page was designed to include lots of headlines, accompanied by short introductions and color photos. The layout contained all the essential information so that readers could scan quickly to get the information they needed. Then, when they found something that caught their eye, they would open the paper and continue reading the in-depth coverage on that story. The stories always began on the front page, but finished after the jump, which meant you had to turn to an interior page to finish the story and be exposed in the process to more advertising. Clever, eh? These layout devices were critical to the success of USA Today. It has become the most widely circulated newspaper in the U.S. and the fourth largest English-language paper in the world. It has enjoyed decades of success competing against newspapers that all had many years, sometimes over 100 years, head start. So what does this have to do with direct mail? Take a look at these samples from hugely successful direct mail campaigns that we at New Patients Inc. have developed for our clients. Please note, these designs are under copyright and cannot be copied. And what we have here is a couple pages where we show you these mailers. 2.5 pages or so. Okay, now we'll go on to step 5. This is a big step. Results are more important than opinions. Popular responses from dentists and team members when shown these direct mail pieces are, "Oh my God, I would never read all that. Too busy, too crowded. I would throw it away." We don't blame you. Our own personal choice pretty much mimics yours. But our opinion, and quite frankly, your opinion, is secondary to the dental consumer's opinion. Dental consumers love this design. We know this statistically. Don't believe it? Call the dentist on those mailers. Ask them if you can have their mailing area so you can mail NPI-designed external mailers. See what they say. As you can see, they tend to mimic the USA Today format. This is, of course, intentional on our part and has been all along. Why did we choose the USA Today layout? To begin with, the format stands out against other types of mail. It's colorful and it's larger sized than a regular letter, so it stands out in the mailbox. Next, this layout offers attractive covers with high emotional appeal, and the stories are all easily scanned or read, kind of like a homepage on a website. Like the winning USA Today formula, we designed the inside of the mailer to offer many short vignettes. People can scan the photos and subheads and quickly answer their internal question, which is, do I need this? If they find something that interests them, they can read a short but benefit-packed piece about the subject. The formula works because people don't read direct mail in the same way they would read an article or book. Rather than start from the beginning, reading from top left down and top right down, they tend to scan and skip. They look for something that attracts their interest and attention, and if they don't find it quickly, they usually abandon the ad. If they do find something that interests them, they tend to read a bit about it, or a lot about it, and then return to scanning. We realize even the semi-interested reader won't be interested in everything you have to offer, or say, not even close. But that's okay, because all it takes is for the reader to be interested in just one thing. That's why you need to offer an array of beneficial services. It's like a freeway with 8 lanes, each lane representing one thing you can do for your patients. Would you rather have an 8-lane superhighway leading up to your front door, or just a 1-lane bike path? Another way to put it is that you need to give people multiple reasons to choose you instead of just 1 or 2. Sending out a postcard with an offer or a reduced price or free exam gives the dental consumer only one reason to choose you: price. This type of direct mail also gets confused in the crowd. There are probably 4 dentists in your market mailing postcards with offers on them. To the dental consumer, all of those dentists are the same, until a dentist sends direct mail done right. Sending out a colorful trifold mailer with 6 to 8 short stories about a wide variety of dental services that you offer gives the reader many reasons to choose you. Sure, including sedation dentistry in your mailer may only interest 15% of your audience. After all, not everyone has a dental phobia. But if that's also accompanied by short stories about teeth whitening, 2-visit makeovers, treatment for snoring, laser dentistry, 1-visit crowns, and your easy patient financing, then you're much more likely to appeal to someone. It's called casting a wide net. Communicate your message using the right pictures. We have some bad news for you. Most people will barely even glance at your mailer when they collect their mail. How can we get them to take a second look? Well, it's all about the cover. The cover is usually the first thing they see when they look at your piece coming out of the mailbox. It's your one chance to capture their attention long enough to stop them from throwing your carefully designed advertising showpiece right into the trash. What image is going to grab them? A photo of a stock photography model with blindingly white teeth? No glamour shots. Try to avoid stock photos, although sometimes it may be your only option. Your cover should display a family image, a local family, even and especially if it's your own family. Real local people in a real local place. Choose a local park or a landmark that everyone in the community knows. Why think local? Because these images of people and places that are familiar have a powerful positive emotional effect on your target market. We are targeting mom. Married women with kids are responsible for making most of the healthcare decisions, and they make them for the whole family. In fact, women make 89% of all dental appointments. So appealing to mom with your direct mailer is a very, very good idea. And women are much more likely to take a second look at an image of a real family than of a fake smile on a model. If your cover features familiar locations and local people they might actually know, it's almost irresistible. Our good friend Dr. Rod Kurthy describes it this way. A man and his wife are driving down the freeway. A beautiful Ferrari passes them on the left. The man looks at the Ferrari and admires the car. His wife looks at the Ferrari and wants to know if she recognizes who's driving it. Broadly speaking, men are interested in things, women are interested in people. Building your cover around a family image with a recognizable location and real local people will be far more effective than any glamour shot could ever be. Who doesn't like cookies? Why, a cookie cutter approach works. We often get clients who declare, "I don't want anything cookie cutter." They are using the term pejoratively, as in cookie cutter equals bad, but new, never before seen marketing piece equals good. We understand why they want something totally new and unique. After all, their practice is unique. Why shouldn't their direct mail piece reflect that? However, this kind of thinking has been responsible for more dental marketing failures than just about anything else. Here's why. Step number 6, believe in result data over opinion. The essence of direct marketing is testing. You send something out, then track and study the response. Then you send out the same piece again, only this time you change a single element, maybe the headline, maybe the color image, maybe a different color scheme. Then you measure which version performed better. Then you repeat the process, changing only one thing at a time. Headline, paper size, colors, and about a zillion other things. This process can go on quite a while. With our agency, it's been going on since 1989. Each new time you send out a direct mailer, you're doing it with the knowledge you've gathered from the last time you sent something out. One day, you finally figure out exactly what gets a response and what people toss into the recycling bin. In fact, it becomes second nature, an instinct. For an individual dental practice to do this kind of testing and to go through this learning curve is far too time-consuming and costly. But we can do it because we find this stuff fascinating and, well, we have no lives. Through years of obsessive testing, we found that there are certain elements, themes, words, colors, text placement, images, messages, type fonts, type sizes, phrases, evoked emotions, bullet points, subheads, and even paper finishes that can prompt the correct target market to pick up the phone and call you. Conversely, there are other elements, themes, words, okay, I'll spare you, which cause the reader to think you torture puppies and wear the same underwear every day. Knowing which combination of elements evokes which response can mean the difference between a flood of new phone calls or a telephone receiver in need of a good dusting. If something has worked in the past, it's highly likely it will continue working. So why would you turn your back on the hard-won knowledge that goes into a, quote, cookie cutter, unquote, approach in favor of something totally different and unique? A year-long direct mail program can cost between $15,000 to $25,000 and even sometimes more. Do you want to invest this kind of money into a marketing piece that has never been tested, has no track record of success, and has not been put through the gauntlet of public scrutiny? Those who answered yes, please send a $20,000 check to receive our special report, How to Pee Your Money Away, but look really cool while you're doing it. A direct mailer isn't about breaking the mold and doing something unexpected. The bottom line is that these are highly structured, carefully composed pieces. Sometimes it may seem as though they don't leave enough room for a dentist's personal style or creativity. They can feel formulaic, and they are, but the formula works. Adding customization and personality to the direct mail formula. Now that we've taken away your every hope of being original and creative in your direct mailer, we're going to throw you a bone. Using the tried, tested, and perfected direct mail formula can still leave you room to show your audience that yours is a special kind of dental practice. This is particularly important in dentistry because most members of the public think all dentists are the same. In fact, your mailer will work best if it manages to convey the uniqueness of your practice. After all, your practice is not like any other. You don't operate in the same demographics, and you are not the same as other dentists. The key is to combine the winning formula with a dash of creativity and customization. This is where you show your readers that you're an amazing dentist who deserves their business, and not one of those puppy torturers with questionable underwear changing schedule. There are two ways for you to showcase your exceptional qualities in a direct mail piece. First, you make the dentist and the team stars. Second, make the practice unique. Make the dentist and team stars. Let's be clear, this is not the same as bragging. If you load your mailer with unqualified hyperbole, you're going to alienate your readers. You can't just say Dr. Smith is an accomplished dentist. That's pure hype. Instead, you need to prove it with third-party endorsements, accolades, and testimonials. For instance, don't tell your readers you're highly qualified. Tell them about the courses you've taken, or better yet, taught. Don't tell them how high-tech you are. Mention the TV interview you gave about high-tech dentistry, or talk about some of the high-tech procedures you use to get incredible results for them. Don't tell them you're a teeth whitening expert. Share the news about the article you wrote about teeth whitening in a dental journal. Don't tell them you really care about your patients. Print a glowing testimonial from one of your happy patients instead. Don't tell them you're a local celebrity. Talk about the dental column you write in the neighborhood newspaper. In short, don't tell people you're great. Let them come to that conclusion on their own. This isn't about ego. It's about convincing your audience they should trust you with their dental health. You want them to feel confident about the level of service and professionalism you offer and excited about what you and your team can do for them. If you don't think you have credentials like this, then pick up the phone and call us. In 5 minutes of questioning, we will uncover enough information about you. Even your ex-wife or husband will think you're a star. Make the practice unique. Convincing your readers that your practice stands out against the rest is easily done when you answer a question that all potential patients want to ask. Why should I choose you? You can answer that question implicitly by describing the unique advantages your practice offers them. Mention everything that could be of benefit to a dental consumer. If your practice has beautiful ocean views, and the dental practice a few doors down has the exact same views, well, beautiful ocean views are still a unique advantage as far as the uninformed dental consumer is concerned. So go ahead and share with your readers everything that your practice offers, whether it's truly unique or not. Talk about the benefits of composite-filled teeth versus amalgam-filled teeth. Describe the benefits of the water laser, the Diagnodent, non-surgical perio, in-house lab, implants, your meticulous sterilization procedures, intraoral camera, NTI migraine treatment, sedation dentistry, the wand, painless injections, the aquarium, the twice-a-week periodontist, veneers, 2-visit smile makeovers, and so on. Use lots of words, pictures, and most of all, point out how all of this will make them feel better, look better, and cost them less in the long run. Oh, and the parking is easy, and you take credit cards, and evening appointments can be booked on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you describe yourself, your staff, and your practice in ways that clearly show the reader the benefits of picking up the phone and making an appointment, they will remain engaged and interested far longer. What bores them is hyperbole. What interests them is how cool, sexy, and beautiful you can make them look, and how cool it would be to have you as their dentist, and how cool they are for discovering this amazing dentist and dental practice that is like no other and right in their own hometown, for gosh sakes. Who knew? So don't only be cookie cutter and don't only be wildly different. Be both. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have puppies to torture and we haven't changed our underwear in a week. But before we go, summary, what we've learned. We've shown you the difference between old, outdated, overused direct mail, postcards with offers, and the right way to create a direct mail secret marketing weapon. Even if the response is just 1/4 of 1%, it will be a consistent hero in your advertising arsenal, offering excellent results. With just a 0.25% response rate, you're making 2.5 times your money back. At 1%, you're doing spectacularly, especially when you factor in the referrals that each new patient will give you down the road. Don't mess with the formula. Everything from design to content to layout to paper stock have been tested and tested again. If you want to ensure success, follow the formula we have perfected over the past 30 years. Keep it real. Try to use images and photos that show people the information is relevant to them. Coming full circle, we didn't invent the powerful combination of using online and offline media together. Far from it. Actually, if you listen to radio, watch TV, see any signage, or read anything in print form, you will see the same thing we see. Literally every successful online company in the world uses a combination of online and offline, or traditional, marketing. At the end of every TV or radio commercial, at the bottom or top or both of every sign, within every print ad, and within almost everything delivered to your mailbox, it all has a web URL on it, doesn't it? So you end up with passive plus aggressive marketing equals dental marketing bliss. If you want to read some case studies from dental offices who found their dental marketing bliss, go to our website at newpatientsinc.com. If you want to become more of a dental marketing nerd like we are, you can find the world of dental marketing education resources on our website, newpatientsinc.com. If you want us to build you a marketing plan customized for your practice, newpatientsinc.com. If you want to discuss dental marketing topics with professionals and dentists alike, we invite you to join us at our Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook group. If there is ever anything we can help you with, you can find us on our website or by telephone at 866-336-8237. We sincerely hope this guide helps you connect with more patients who can benefit from the services you provide.